13 smallest animals in the world. Number 13, Miley. Meet the world's smallest dog. Standing only a little under 4 inches tall is this yappy little mongrel. Her breed is that of a dwarfed, short-haired Chihuahua. Miley was born inside the Republic of Puerto Rico and currently holds the record inside the Guinness Book, where they record such things, as the world's smallest living doggy. Miley's pedigree name is almost as adorable as the little angel herself. Her full title is Miracle Miley, and she was born on the 1st of December in the year of 2011. Miley was so small that she could only be fed with an eyedropper at first, and her whole puppy body could fit in the center of a teaspoon. She currently weighs a little over a pound and is best known for sticking out her adorable little pink tongue in pictures. Number 12, Bumblebee Bat. This vulnerable species of bat, also known as Kitty's hognose bat, most commonly occupies limestone caves near rivers inside western Thailand and southeast Burma. This pygmy species of bat is usually about 1 to 1.5 inches in length and a little under an ounce in weight. The swollen pig-like snout, large ears, reddish-brown fur, and veined wings are all tiny attributes which would normally be frightening. But since they are so tiny, they're just plain cute. These nocturnal gliders eat insects as they hover through dark skies, and some argue these adorable little guys are the world's smallest mammal. Females of this teeny species usually only give birth annually to a single offspring. Colonies range in size dependent on the habitat and food sources, but typically range with an average of about 100 individual teeny tiny baddies per cave. Number 11, Bruxia minima. This next creature of tiny size and big cuteness is an entire species of chameleons known as the Bruxia minima. These tiny, adorable little lizards can be found in Madagascar. Their unusual size is only approximately 1 inch high. Discovered by a team of researchers led by Frank Glah from the Bavarian State Collection of Zoology in the lush forests of a tiny island off the coast of Madagascar, it took 8 years of expeditions. But this tiny marvel was well worth the wait. These lizards are so small they can fit on the tip of a match or on the nail of a thumb. Number 10, Thumbelina. Look at this teeny tiny dwarf horse. Her name is Thumbelina. She was born in 2001 and is recognized the world over as the smallest horse on the entire planet. This adorable little girl miniature horse currently lives at Goose Creek Farm inside St. Louis, Missouri. She stands at 17.5 inches tall and weighs a minuscule 57 pounds in weight. Born with dwarfism, Thumbelina had some issues running due to her teeny tiny legs, but she has special shoes designed just for her tiny stature, which help her with mobility, allowing her to run and play with the other mini horses she currently lives with. Thumbelina is big on charity work and helps thousands of sick children find hope through hospital and clinic visits all over the United States. Number 9, Peewee. This adorable little rodent named Peewee is said to be the world's tiniest hamster, standing at only 2.5 itty-bitty centimeters tall. If you look at this photo, that's a 50-cent piece next to this adorable little guy. Peewee weighs less than an ounce and reportedly stopped growing completely around the age of 3 weeks. Peewee is tiny in stature but contains a big attitude. He's said to be bossy. That's your standard Napoleon complex showing, and has a massive appetite. Peewee was born in Keighley, West Yorkshire, England. Number 8, Pygmy Rabbit. These adorable miniature creatures are called pygmy rabbits and are hailed as the smallest species of rabbit on the entire surface of the earth. These little cutie pies generally weigh approximately 14 ounces and have a typical body length of around 24 to 30 centimeters. These little furry wonders most commonly inhabit areas which contain deep soil for burrowing and lush sagebush, which they use for cover and to eat. These clever critters have adapted against predators and will burrow underground and create subterranean tunnels for their homes and for their food supply. You can typically find them trembling inside lush grassy knolls of North America. Number 7, Mr. Peebles. Mr. Peebles, pictured here, is believed by many to be the world's smallest kitty cat. He's from Pekin, Illinois, weighs only around 3 measly pounds, and is approximately 15.5 centimeters in height. Mr. Peebles was named after the ventriloquist dummy who appeared on the popular episode of the 90s sitcom show Seinfeld. According to several sources online, including Mr. Peebles' Facebook page, his teeny tiny stature was verified by the Guinness Book of World Records in 2004. However, the internet is currently at war over the validity of this estimate of cuteness, and many kitties have stepped forward to challenge Mr. Peebles for his title of the world's smallest kitty cat. Number 6, Speckled Padloper Tortoise. Also known as the speckled Cape tortoise, is the world's tiniest turtle. You can find them inside South Africa. These little critters usually measure between 6 to 10 centimeters in length and weigh around 95 to 165 grams. These little guys are most active in early mornings and live in rocky terrain, usually feeding on small succulents which grow in between the rocks. Their babies are usually born under 7 grams and are only 30 millimeters long. The hatchlings emerge from their shells between 100 and 120 days. Number 5, Spaghetti Snake. This charming reptile can most commonly be located inside the Caribbean islands, native to Barbados, and are said to be about as thick as a spaghetti noodle, hence their super cute namesake. This tiny member of the snake species, called the blind thread snake, usually grow to be around 4 inches in length and coil easily onto the width of an American quarter. The biologist who discovered this adorable reptile was S. Blair Hedges of the Pennsylvania State University, who unearthed the tiny find from the soil of Barbados, where they burrowed in the forest dirt for their favorite meal, insect larvae. Though these snakes are blind, teeny tiny, and lay just 1 egg at a time, they've managed to survive in the harsh wilderness of Barbados forests, proving once and for all that big things really do come in small packages. Number 4, the Philippine tarsier. These little guys are some of the world's smallest primates. They are known for being jittery and shy. These marvels of the modern world have gray fur and have a nearly naked tail. Head and body length only stretch to be about 115 to 150 millimeters, and they weigh an approximate 110 to 145 grams. These Philippine-born critters are best characterized by their gigantic eyes, slender legs and fingers, and jumping prowess. They can hop up to 20 whole feet, which is pretty darn impressive for such little guys. These miniature tarsiers also have a very distinct neck. They have specially evolved vertebrae which allow them to turn their heads to nearly 180 degrees, making for the cutest exorcist movie ever. Number 3, Denise's pygmy seahorse. Look carefully. Can you spot the little adorable horse of the sea? This adorable little miniature seahorse can be found in the Pacific Ocean, most commonly on the western side. They are sometimes referred to as the yellow pygmy seahorse, with a standard tiny size of around 2.5 centimeters. These teeny-weeny creatures have short snouts, slender, smooth bodies, and a prehensile tail. These little darlings are most commonly found at depths between 13 and 100 meters below sea level, usually hidden inside the fields of sea fans. The male is the one who gets pregnant and broods the eggs inside its ventral brood pouch and utilizes adaptive camouflage, changing its color from yellow to orange and sometimes to pink in order to remain not eaten by predators. Number 2, dwarf three-toed jerboa. This amazing tiny wonder is hailed as the smallest rodent in the world, and also the cutest. This teeny-weeny rodent grows to be an average of about 1.5 inches in head and body length, with the tail stretching an approximate 3 additional inches. These adorable critters usually weigh around 3.5 grams. These critters can be found in Pakistan and Afghanistan, frequenting sand dunes, gravel flats, and sandy plains in hot deserts. These cute little guys are best known for their long hops and magnificent balance thanks to their long tails. These cute fellas tend to live inside burrows under small bushes and feed on windblown seeds and scattered leaves. Number 1, the pygmy mouse lemur. Get ready for an absolute cuteness overload. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the world's smallest species of lemur, the pygmy mouse lemur. This adorable little guy is only approximately 5 inches long and weighs a microscopic 2 ounces. These tiny little adorable furry creatures were discovered in the year of 1993 along the forested areas of Madagascar. These nocturnal primates prefer dense forests and are usually brown and white in color. They have long tails which they use to hang from trees and look even more adorable than usual. Oh man, just look at this one. He's sticking out his tongue. Ah, so cute.